It doesn't even exist. We dismantled the Holy Roman Empire. Gives us 100 prestige. How nice. We were already prestige capped. Right. That doesn't mean our story is over though. Let's grill and keep moving. There's a whole bunch of this land to take, and it just so happens I'm at war with most of it. I need another war with Lorraine, and I'm going to need to fight Friesland as well, but now there's no HRE to block those wars, so I can just start them, and it just so happens you're allied with the land of Fries. Let's just have it all going on. Is there anything else I need to take for these beautiful borders? No, I think I'm at war with the whole shebang of you. Good. That only leaves France and Britain, and it just so happens I can deal with that with a simple declaration on France themselves. And in doing so, let's do a quick count here. 5, 9, 13, and I've already lost count. 5, 9, 13, 16, 21, 24, 20 more, 32, 30 something more. Alright, I can do this. I just need to war France. France have other things going on, but I'll just straight up declare war on France. It's the right thing to do. Slight problem with the British existing, though. I should certainly get a second force back into Britain to defend myself from their incursions. Let's try and soften up some of our targets here first. Which sounds like quitter talk, I'll be honest with you. I want these 3 provinces off of you, Bohemia. Are you willing to give them up just yet? What do you mean no? That should be a heavens yes, Lord PRoman. I kind of want you out of the picture here, Brandenburg. For your money, of course. Because you bring nothing here anymore. Off you trot. Oh, that frees up a considerable amount of units that I can throw into the fray. Poland also exists, something worth remembering. Perhaps I should march on over to Poland. If I chew my way through this fort, it should be a straight run into Warsaw. We'll make it happen. And then there are you guys. Well, I could probably kick Holstein out already. They're not doing anybody anything. Away you trot. And I don't particularly care about the Scandinavians. Nobody in history ever has. So we shall take over the land of Fries. Have you ever played something revolutionary? I have played revolutionary countries before, but it's not what I wanted out of this campaign, so that's why we're not doing it. Pretty simple reasoning, for a pretty simple reason. Alright, you managed to save this. I don't like the fact that you're just a 34 stack. But let's keep the burn going. Oh right, you guys are exiled like that. Then go and kick these guys out of our country and march on Friesland from the other side. They probably won't like that. Alright, how are you feeling about this whole war there, Bohemia? Probably not very good, but I need to convince you further, don't I? I'll start by killing all your troops. Seems like a good start. But once I do, you're out and I'm taking the last of the land that I need off of you. I thought I'd already taken all the land I needed off of Bohemia, but people have made compelling arguments to take all the way up to Horny Fail. Really? Jeez, what a name. Jake is the coalition now. You know, I never stop laughing at when Dark Young says, I'm the special infected, whilst playing Left 4 Dead. And I often think of that phrase when I become the monster in a game. So thank you, Dark Young, for providing me with ample enjoyment in life. Alright, Bohemians just need a little bit of a love tap to go. There's a village in Bohemia called Horny Police. I'm not surprised, I'm just flabbergasted. Oh, but the conversions continue. There's little point in keeping these going. We're at the end game now. I'm not going to be pushing for all this to be massively Protestant. There's still plenty of Anglo to ravage, and ravage they shall be in due time. I need to mount something of a defense here, but I'm focusing on the Fries land. Let's just blow that wall down for starters. Why am I even sieging up Frankfurt? What do they do for this war? Do I even want their land? No, I do not. Then let's get it. Oh, right, because I'm relatively stuck here, thanks to their existence. Yeah, well, can I win them all? And I don't have unrestricted conquest, so I gotta go in something resembling an order here. Finally, the last member of the coalition is gone. Warsaw is down, and you're down as well, so I should be able to smack Poland out of here. I don't really want to take Polish money. They've done a very good thing of their own this campaign, and I have no real motivation of slaughtering them for it. So congratulations, Poland, we can continue to be friends. Which is not what I can say to Bohemia. Bohemia, you've been a thorn in my side ever since I've started my European campaign. You're no longer an emperor, there is nothing for you to empire over. I will take your land, I will take your money. And you will soundly get out of my face, please. There we go. Some land. Land needs coring, even if it is disgusting check. Increased core creation cost. And that frees up a lot of units to go on a relative rampage around here. Saxony can also be pieced out, because they have no real use for me, since we already disbanded the empire. You guys can kick out Pomerania. You folks, I would like a bit of defense on my own land here. Mr. Moreno can handle Bern. I took it for its awesome defensive position, and now it's suffering a bit for it, so let's actually throw a bit of defensiveness on it. Funny, I was thinking something looks wrong about this screen, but the defensiveness against the Reformation spreading is of course gone. Sweeping across the whole area here. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty damn good. I'm at war with Lorraine, right? Yeah, of course I am. I suppose that's part of the problem around here. What state is Frankfurt in? State of disrepair. But they're up here, and we're not going to be crossing the Rhine. I think this is the Rhine. I don't know my rivers. It's probably the Rhine, because I went to Bonn and Cologne and saw the Rhine. But like some people go, oh, there's the Danube, and I'm like, which one's the Danube? Not good with rivers, just straight up. And I don't have a problem with that. You are correct, it is the Rhine, says Mordkalb. Another token German around here. Germans. You know, I used to really like Germans. Now I think it's more of a mixed bag. Salzburg is co-belligerent here. It's painful, but I should consider separate piecing him. No, nonsense, I should get him down with Cleves, which means I don't need to chase him out of the war. Ravensburg, on the other hand, they gotta go. The Danube is a river that goes through pretty much every country in southeastern Europe. Can you really call it Europe? I mean, really? I know we're trying to be polite, but really? Okay, Calais actually fell, which isn't particularly good news for me. What is particularly good news, though, is knowing that Algarve is no longer... there we go. It is no longer... There we go. The Portuguese have been chased out. Told to go somewhere else. Preferably underground. They're taking forts here. I don't like that. Evidently I don't like it enough to act against it, because I'm too full of myself in taking Ravensburg. Alright. Took a couple of them down. I want Calais back, actually. Something else fell. Ah, yes. Pomerania will... Wait, what? Oh, that's Saxe-Lauenburg. Pomerania is already chased into a corner. Well, that's fine. I'll still get rid of you. I'm not at war with Saxe-Lauenburg, so I can beat a hasty retreat here. And then... Yeah, someone's got to teach Salzburg a lesson. wonder if you could just slaughter them and then save Calais. That would be nice. I think you'll be in a good place to save Lorraine. Yeah, with Ravensburg down. Actually, there's not a whole lot left to take in this Cleves War. Since I don't have unrestricted conquest, I can't take everything in the kitchen sink, specifically there. It's the Castilian War that has Salzburg in it. But at this point, I could really just crush them all and be done with it. Friesland, I'm a reasonable man. I'm not here for everything, just 2 provinces. But that's still too much for you, it seems. Alright, this is getting too messy. Let's just take that. Wow, they won't take it. Not yet, at least. What is this? Baden? Well, I, strangely enough, am at war with Baden. Even if I don't care to admit it. Okay, with all this going on, Lorraine need to fall. They've been around for too long. You're working there, you're working there. We'll just sweep across from east to west. Just make peace with Cleves. They should give you up all the land if you want. Yeah, but this Cleves War only involves other people whose land I don't want. Hang on, was Mainz in it? Okay, yeah, apparently I do want Mainz. Fair enough. I'll be making peace with Castile if I can, but I doubt I can, because I'll be wanting this off of them. They're already saying no to that, and I want all of this. So, sadly, that's a bit of a no-show. I'm at war with Lorraine in their own war, and they bring in others, okay. Right, I'll have to separate peace Saxony, but that shouldn't be a big deal. I saw you schedule Frostpunk for Friday and Saturday. Do you have early access to the new expansion? My understanding is it releases on the 21st. Yes! Our good friends at 11-bit were kind enough to reach out at me and said, hey, you love our game. We love you loving our game. Would you like to have access to it? And then they just gave it to me. No questions asked, and I was bowled over with the kindness. So we'll be having a stream of that on the 19th and 20th. Because I certainly love Frostpunk. And I am pretty giddy about this last autumn expansion. Alright, Nuremberg. I don't even know which war you're in here. Okay, you're in the Castilian War. I'm gonna keep you occupado then. Because I don't need your land. Are they here? I'm not good at seeing. But I'm not seeing Nuremberg. I see Nuremberg anyway. There we go. You're in the Cleves War. Then I very don't care about you. Welcome to freedom. Let's just be very clear on this so I don't have to come back for it. I am not taking this land. Okay. You got off lucky, Nuremberg. Some barbarians are luckier than others. Now let's start taking over some other barbarian land. I just noticed, Jake, why are your soldiers barefooted? I did not notice, but there we go. I guess walking over all the broken bottles in Czechland is still more comfortable than digging your foot through the jungles of Southeast Asia. Okay. Oh, Mainz is not a country, it's simply a holding of Cleves. Okay. The more you know. Do I feel like taking that fight? I really don't, but Amarylon does, so on you go, Chief. Alright, Calais is back in our control. Let's slaughter these folks and keep on grooving. Oh, that is just brutal. You should see what these barbarians get up to in their huts. That was really quite brutal. great statesman is down. You know, at this point I think we need to improve relations with the world. We've been a tiny bit aggressive and they're probably not seeing the funny side like we are. So let's write some nice letters and make some good friends. Nothing would be friendlier than making Friesland's land my land, though. Let's work on that as well. God, they're almost out of everything. Sucks to be these suckers. Alright, Lorraine's down. These guys are trying to hide out in my hills. It won't do them very much good. Salzburg, you've got to go. And I'm not sorry to say, but almost all your land is slated to be my land. Oh god, every last province of it. That's almost not fair, but it is fair. Yeah, I'll need to hold out a few months before they see the funny side of that. Would lead to their annexation. Yeah, that's kind of the point. Oh, they don't like the ongoing battles. Once that ongoing battle is done, and it is done, it's goodbye Salzburg. Also goodbye my Diplo points. But this is in the Castilian War, so I just need to chin up and do it. Hell, they had no army left, so what were they going to do? Write me a strongly worded letter? God, I really am the coalition this time. Okay, Ravensburg is already down. I'll move over to Wurzburg. You're not in range of a fort, are you? No, sadly not. Alright, we'll take you back, but then I am moving back to Britain because there's one last war I need to fight to polish everything off. And boy, do we need to polish things off. Shame about the Castilian War. I still want these, and I need Friesland land. But I need to dedicate 80,000 back to Britain. Merchants are complaining. Well, that's... yeah, I can lend a helping hand. Can't coalition if you're dead. Oh, also it's coal o'clock because we have the Enlightenment. Money is going to be coming burning on in. It's not a big factor at this point, though. Urbanization. Yeah, sure. Do what you want. I'm made of money. That money will never, ever pay itself back. Send out some small numbers here just to take over Lorraine, because I do need to take over Lorraine. They're the ones that bring in Friesland, so if I get good peace with them, I could just, yeah, and I will take the Friesland War that way. They also have Baden, and I need Baden. Alright, so it's big peace with Lorraine. Slight problem. How do I get to Britain? Not much of a problem, more of a problet. Wurzburg, whose war are you in? You're in this war. It's beneficial for me to keep you occupado then. Is there anything left to even try to fight? I'm looking for fights and they're not giving it to me. Breisgau is down as well. Goody. Alright, I don't need 80 stacks anymore. The war looks good for us. Need is a relative term, of course. I will have 80 stacks. Any thoughts for your next EU4 campaign? Well, we'll get to that at the end, if I remember. If I don't start talking about it, do bring it up. Actually, bring it up anyway. I'm bound to forget. But like I said, we're in the end game. This will be wrapped up in not long from now. Very not long from now. There we go. The Dutch can make their last stand over in Friesland. Not far from Nitro's old stomping ground, Groningen. Goddamn Dutch. To think I used to like a race so much. Then I met them. Okay. It's a tough crossing, but swiftly make your way over, please. Whew. Alright, we're not done with wars yet. France. Guaranteed by Britain, you say? Allied with Cuba. Cuba, you are joking, right? Sadly, I don't think I could do this. They have trust with France, and they have a long distance from me. Well, honestly, Cuba's unlikely to get to me, but France still need to die. Take their capital, Troyes. Well, it's right there. That shouldn't be a problem. The British are right there. Also not a problem. It could prove difficult making the peace I want with France. It could prove very difficult. That is to say, there's also a peace that I want with Britain. Tick-tock, it all goes in my head. I won't get the war score to separate peace of Britain. And I won't have the peace on France to get what I want off of Britain either. Fighting France will involve Britain. There's a very, very simple solution to my problems. Oh, marvelous! Provinces are now more likely to trigger industrialization events. Thank you kindly. Also, coal in Iberia. Take a photo, kids. Iberia is useful for something. Alright, there is a very simple solution to my problem. And we're going to act upon it right now. Great Britain, prepare to die. My colonial states will save me. He mumbles. France have entered a coalition against us. Now that I don't want. My question is, who do France think are going to join them? Actually, these guys could. So I would like to get my war with France going as soon as possible. Before others see reason to joining. Come on, come on. Oh well, Friesland didn't last long, did it? Good lord, how long's it been since I started this war? Come on. Whew. Cuba will join in. Oh no. Burn them to the ground. No Frenchmen left alive. That's the new PRoman mantra. I gotta say, this is a pretty agreeable situation. Time to carve out those borders pretty much. Who do we make peace with first? Lorraine is a ton of land, which is troublesome for me to take, but if I don't peace out Lorraine, I can't peace out Cleves. That leaves the Castilians. Sadly, Ravensburg is a separate entity, but it's a separate entity that we can just gobble up. No problem. Dun, 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 dun. And it allows me to gobble up the Castilians as well. Unfortunately, overextension is becoming more than just a number. It's pretty large. Fortunately, there's not a lot for me to worry about if I just crush every bit of opposition there is. They're not really going to amount to anything there, so bring these bombs down. Oh yeah, I can't forget about these British provinces, although I probably will. Let's take a chance. Good. Form a human shield. Take this over. Man, it's good to be the best. And it's the best to be pretty good. You have 80,000 hiding in Germany. Ah, they're just waiting to strike. That said, I'm not seeing what you're seeing. I'm really not seeing what you're seeing. Veloslessar clearly sees better than I do. Yeah, need morale for our armies. It's clearly not high enough. They'll be watching over the barbarians. Oh, well, I missed this spot, didn't I? I've left myself very thinly laid out over here. Cleves obviously see it as their mandate to try to save the coalition, but it's not happening. The flying shuttle. A local inventor from Bern has patented a new design for a wheeled shuttle that he promises to revolutionize weaving by eliminating the need for a second person to catch the shuttle as it passes through the wrap needles. Productivity is still limited by the rate at which the thread can be spun, a major bottleneck. The shuttle is quickly spreading to weavers all over the country. Provinces that produce wool, cloth, silk, and cotton are more likely to get industrialization. Well, thank you kindly. Give me the goods. I like the fact that it adds unrest. Like, people are so angry that they're able to spin cotton and wool faster. Whoopsie doodle. Let's not forget that the British do still somewhat dominate the seas. So they can do the reach around there. Brazil have entered the coalition against me. No, not Brazil. What will I ever do? Brits. Alright, let's get Goose on the loose here. Someday I'll remember to erect some forts around here, but that day won't be today. What a place for him to go. Alright, chase him down. We'll have a Maralon on the conquest there. Don't really need strong leadership here in Europe anymore, not the mainland at least. Oh, those are the 80 stack hiding in Europe. Well spotted, I never would have. Alright, let's have something resembling units stationed for fights. Well, I mucked that one up, went to the wrong province there. That's you sorted. You just keep an eye on the Dutch and co. Troyes is down, West March is down. His capital's in Ayrshire, so I need to take that. Get the ticking war score. Also France. Just give it up. You know you can't win. 19 overextension is unpleasant overextension at this point. I can't really afford anything. But let's just try clearing off our wars. I should actually start with the earlier wars. They'll be the ones that give me call for pizza the fastest. That's Cleves and Lorraine. I can't finish off Cleves until later unless I get unrestricted conquest, and I won't. Not anytime soon, at least. I give you one job, Maralon. Don't let me down. The Woods of Gloucester. That'll be your death. God, Ayrshire didn't even put up a fight. One of those stacks was so much smaller than the rest. It was the only one to have actually taken damage out of it all. Probably a bad idea for you to be the ones going there then. You sit piggy in the middle. Aha! Scandinavians have finally decided to show themselves. They're going over to Norfolk, no problem. Not a lot of escaping. Oh, aspiration for liberty. Puh. Try your hardest. Okay, it's going to be hard getting everything I want off of Britain in one war. Hard, but not impossible. I can do it. Just need to kick their arses. There's a lot of British arse to kick. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Scandinavians coming in from all the woodworks. Scandinavians are in whose war, actually? Cleves. All the more reason I want to be done with Cleves. But again, I can't do Cleves until we have done Lorraine. And I can't do Lorraine until this overextension has gone down somewhat. It's a tough fight, but too bad for us. Go and scare those Scandinavian freaks off, will you? Pretend this is Perfect Dark and do your best. Damn, can't remember the antagonist. Not antagonist, but the bad guy's name. Trent! Do your best Trent impression. Speaking of Perfect Dark, I want to run that as a weekly one-shot, mostly because I know I won't manage it and we're long overdue a punishment game. Okay, that's some cores coming in. We're only at 70% here. Bear in mind, I need a whole lot off of this sucker. A whole lot. God, I can't even core all of that. And I do need it all. Painful. By the way, about forming Rome. Don't need them to be core provinces, you know. Interesting. But I do need to be at peace. Utrecht, Nassau, Hainaut. I'm looking at the wrong one. Those are you guys. I need these two provinces as well, and that gets me everything I need out of this war. For 81, and I can tie it up there. You know what? Let's just enjoy this. We'll enjoy a real Roman ending. Alright. I didn't take Hainaut there, did I? Okay, no, Hainaut's in this war. Woo! I was not ready for missing that spot. I mean, as long as we keep the overextension below 200... Oh. Well, fight the good fight. Don't even have the admin for all of this. Cleves aren't willing to give it all up, though. What do they even have to bring to the party here? Oh yeah, the existence of Scandinavia kind of gets in the way there, doesn't it? And I doubt that Scandinavia want to peace out just yet, because the war has barely begun. Well, time for a bit of an excursion. I can't even reach there. Oh well. Rebel yell. Glad I have forces in every corner of the Empire, of course. This is going to get expensive. Well, if you have a little bit of overextension, what's a little more? Let's just get all these freaks out of my face. I don't want them here. I think that's it. Yeah, the other guy's just yeah, whatever. Cleves ain't willing to give it up, but I need mains. I also need Hainaut, but it's the resulting in annexation, blah-de-blah, that keeps him in this. So I should probably bring the fight to Scandinavia. Oh, I could also just crush his army there. It's not that far away. Just take it down. I also need an army over there. Speaking of needing an army, I'm going to find myself super short on them. Let's find that awesome template of ours. What are we making? 32 840s, right? I'll have one in Iberia, please. I will have one more over here, please. And that should help us out a bit. Also, are you sure you really destroyed the British there? Let's get some military access through. There's going to be a lot of minor inconveniences. Let's get the access we need to... What's going on? Oh, the British have this fort. Alright, yee. Oh yeah, of course, I need access through Dali themselves to turf the British out of there. In fact, let's see, we're right there. Yeah, just take the fastest path, it's all good. Goose is on the loose, he'll take him down. These cores are gonna take a bit of time and cost me a bit of everything. It's peaceful campaigns like this that keep me watching, says Still Stranded in Space. I'm glad you agree. Alright. The peaceful genocide of the Portuguese is also keeping me going. Right, I missed a spot here, so to speak. There are still horrific... I'm not coring that now, I'm converting that. Okay, not too shabby. Get yourself up there. Get yourself over there, you reinforce that, and then that should be the British out of our hair there. You're on the patrols here. Spinning Jenny, fantastic. Keep those, everything coming forward. The atmospheric engine, building on older experiments, air pumps, an inventor from Lienz has created a new type of engine that uses steam pressure to pump water out of wet mines. It now enables mining where it was previously not possible and has greatly increased the efficiency of coal and metal mines in our country. That's awesome. Coal, iron, copper, more likely to trigger industrial. Lienz. Wait, didn't I just take Lienz? No, Lienz is here. I've had it for some time. That is good then. Wouldn't be so good if it was on a province that I still needed to core. That's a lot of overextension. Oh, nice of the British to fight the Cornish for me. How are the British just ferrying themselves in here, though? I don't like that. I don't want to compromise on my guard here. There's quite a few of them over in Orkney as well, not chuffed with the British situation. Then people seldom are. Alright, PRoman has that down. Don't know what that single cannon is going to try and do, but we'll kill them for trying it. Just as we will continue to slaughter the Scandinavians who now run through Russia. Okay. Well, if they aren't willing to do that, I'm still taking my land back, because Cleves probably feel pretty cocky from that. Oh, I can get everything I want off of Cleves and kick Scandinavia out of the war. Nice. I can't afford it, but nice. There we go. The only land left needed is British land. And then we have the true PRoman Empire going here. Are the Canaries in Iberia? No, it's in the Maghreb. And okay, that's Tenerife. This is the Canaries. Still Maghreb. I'm not worried about those little islands there. The Romans, as far as I'm aware, didn't go out to those islands. I burned through a lot of manpower in all this fighting. I'll probably burn through a bit more with all the minor inconveniences, but as the game tells us, they are minor. There's somebody more angled over there, but I have the army to keep everything off my back. All I need to do is make my cracking peace deal with the British, and they are getting keener and keener on it. If I could just get myself over to Ireland, I could grab a bit more. Choo-choo, improved steam engine. Man, we are coming up with everything. Amarylon was an excellent fighter. Unfortunately, Amarylon is now dead. I think it's time to sacrifice a few boats to get ourselves across the seas. Oh, I could always slaughter the British in Orkney. They're not particularly well led. I think Elghorn. No, we should have Meow do it. Meow is fast. Go. Go as if you're trying to prove something, man. It's 20 against not 20. Oh, but you made it. Good God, did you make it? Okay, well. Give them nothing, especially not quarter. When they try to run, they're not going to find a fun place to go. They're going to find more death. What? I didn't think I'd actually sent my fleet out there. Now I'm a little worried for it, because they still have a ton of heavies, and I don't have a good way to get over to Ireland. I mean, I can just keep them where they are. It's not a huge deal, but could be less of a deal. Yeah, there's no way he'll just let me cross over to Ulster. Alright, change of plan, back we come. Oh, we still took a boat off of them, though. Oh, it's just merchants, they'll live. Baghdad, Constantinople, it's no surprise that all these places want to rise up. And it's only a slight disappointment. Constantinople should have decent supply limit for you, so just get yourselves over there. Baghdad, though, I don't have somebody positioned for this, do I? And this place is all still likely primed for revolt. You head over there, do the best you can. Orkney is under our control. Another blow against the British, and I can get another 21 war score just from hanging on to them. And that will definitely be enough to see through the peace deal. You have plenty of sailors and money. Any reason you didn't build a more powerful navy to crush the Brits? I had a navy of 60 heavies. Their navy is still superior. Not only is it 107 strong, okay, 91 British, but they have British ideas for it, which, as you know, unless you have naval ideas, are going to destroy you. So the best thing we did was set up a wooden wall on the Channel, the coast of Holland, and Dogger Bank, and simply held out against the British onslaught until we were able to ferry troops across. Alright, Orkney's down, I can move back and forth, no biggie. Pegu, Sawata, lots of places, good grief. Thankfully I raised the fort in Alexandria, didn't I? Of course I did. Alright, slaughter them in Jerusalem on your way. We're going to give you the divine leadership of, we haven't seen it in a while, but Adam Whitelaw. Whew, that is some leadership. Get on over there. Oh God, there are a lot of them, sire. Do that, head back to Baghdad and get rested up. Iraqi separatists, what is this? Brits. Nothing but problems here. Actual wooden wall tactics. Nelson would be proud. Yes, he would. Alright, still a lot more coring to be done. We'll get there, though. Don't like you two being divided up. Get back into Oxford. Alright, I got an 80 stack here. I don't need an 80 stack here. I'm going to send some over there and some over. We'll just keep some nearby enough here. These are more 40 stacks than one man truly needs. I'll have you over here. And I shall split you. 19, good. One in Ardania. And one over here. And you both are lucky. You both get crumbs. Where did I send the other one? Yes. Kirkuk. Just so we have defenses stationed across the empire. 279 overextension. WTF says 10-3_1. You obviously haven't seen me at 8,000 overextension. It can be done. I'm not so sure it can be survived though. Alright. It's Rebel Yell, but this is what we were prepared for. I just don't know where they all are. Oh, yeah. I think you missed some parts of England due to it being the same colour. It's not the same colour, but I did miss some parts. Couldn't be less of the same colour. Yeesh. Ah, that's right. The reason I missed these is because they landed on me here, forcing me to double back sooner than I wanted to. Elhas, rebels, 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 rebels. It's fine. All completely expected and accounted for. I'm gonna kind of wish I had some leadership around here. I'm thinking meow now. Take them down, then them down. I'm pretty sure you can deal with those on your own. Any more for any more? Yeah, there's that stack right there. It's in range of a fort, so it's not a big deal. So I'll send you to where the fort is. They're Bavarian, and that is also Bavarian, so that should be okay. I saw one YouTube comment that said, I can't watch this because of the way Jake pronounces papal. And they couldn't be more wrong. I learned papal off of an Italian. And unless they too are Italian and want to fight the other Italian, I'm sticking with papal. I used to always say papal, but then Lorenzo taught me differently. And I can't doubt that, man. Just can't be done. Too much for concentration over here. I can pull some back. Good lord, there are a lot of them, sire. I just hope they don't appear down here where I can't really defend. Alright, the British are getting sick of war, and I'm sick of the British. Jake, send someone to Egypt. That's this guy's job once he's done here. I'm not sure. 187,000 holding Cairo. Alright, change of plan for you folks. You're all heading over to Cairo for a big fight. I need these other guys to hold on to the rest of this. Kill and keep moving. I do need some leadership then. That is the biggest rebel stack I've ever seen, says Travesty. Okay. We even need another ruler, general for this. I don't care if we're going over the bare minimum of leadership we can have. I name generals after supporters on Patreon. There's really not a lot I do for supporters. I wouldn't say I feel guilty about it, but I do feel a little wrong about it. But I offer what I offer at least something there. I don't want it to be that kind of place where it's fawning over everybody that supports, but by the same token, I think people are just inclined to feel the need to repay others. Alright, there's no time for waste. We must attack and attack, even if it's attacking our own people. Well, they're not really our own people, are they? More. I need more leadership. Bare minimums here. Wow, you've seen us through a lot of wars. Barbon Falk. You join the crew as well. What? Man, they are so messed up here, though. I couldn't even take that fight if I wanted to. Let's hang out over by Shirvan first. No, you are under Barbon Falk. But go straight for there, we need it down. Okay, this feels adequately Roman. We're at war, facing civil war. The whole empire is rising up, but the difference is I'm gonna make it. Gonna keep the empire very much intact. Gonna do a better job of it than even Hadrian himself did. There are a lot of them, sire. Jeez, they're even rising up in Africa. Thought we were done with that. Thought we were 120% done with that. I know you guys are exhausted and want to break, but there are rebels to smash, and smash we shall. Langpui. Oh dear God, Southeast Asia's not happy. Do what you can, and then return to me. Manpower is really dropping now. It's still positive. But you need 102,000 men to reinforce. Okay. Okay, I see what you're trying to say. we have anyone in Britain that can be spared? Don't really want to spare Mr. Moreno, but your services are needed. And you're a defensive guy, so you will suffer less losses from you fighting. Fewer losses, not less. You probably won't win this, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let them hold on to land that I'm trying to... Oh my god, there are so many rebels! Amazingly, though, they're not really rising up in Iberia. Keep it going. There are many to kill, especially those in Cairo. Did I really see French separatists there? Damn them all to hell. Minor inconveniences. I think I'm slaughtering the entire Egyptian populace. As expected, Jake. You have plans for this, right? Let's go with it. God, they reduced me to cinders. Nothing but fumes left. Okay, do it and then double back here until you can restore yourselves a little bit. I know it's a bit suicidal, but I need you guys to make a march on the mountains of Tibrit. And God, you guys are not looking good, bare minimum. But I really don't want those guys there. Make it happen and get out of there. Such intimidating music. Damn the Dutch. Alright, Haramir, you're being reassigned over here. What do you mean you can't? Because you're sieging down. Alright, Elkhorn's on the case. And the British still won't see to my generous deal. Check and see if you have a reinforcement speed advisor. That would be more useful than morale at this point. But we do not. You can still fire some people and hope that we get one. Reinforcements would be very useful here. 133% reinforcements. Would chug the manpower, sure, but better than the alternative right now. Georgians. Even the Georgians are making their plans. The biggest stroke of genius I've ever had was rhyming vacations with vassalized Croatians. If you don't know what I'm referencing, then you have not seen my my Serbian Glory poem, and you should rectify that, because it's actually really good. Well, I think it's really good, and I don't often think my own work's really good. Okay, I'm making a right bit of work out of this. Oh dear God, if you march on Ardabil, you're deed. Hold out there for a bit. Reinforce speed, there we go. Once the barbarians have been dealt with, you can have an empire of pure Romans. Yes, yes I can. Still 177 overextension to make that deal though. And we're still over 200, which is madness. There's a lot I can't do. We need to control this province to make it a core. What are you getting at, game? Tell it to me straight. God, I barely have anybody that's not half mashed to even fight against these guys. Okay, you're where I expect you to be. Just charge on in. I need you folks to help deal with the nonsense that we're looking at up north here. We'll have you two both go in. Once you're done there, you simply glower at the Utrechians, preferably from Gelra. And that should be Europe taken care of. Freaking glorified Balkans. Right. Get on the move. More leadership. We even need Klimpy here. Get on the case. Step on the gas, gas, gas. Taking them all down. And Brescia, and Trebizond, and Lune. I think Trebizond had a fort, so there's not a big bit of pressure on that, but still. Ugh. Alright, you guys did a good job. Take all this back and we'll have Egypt covered. Those guys are a slight concern, but it's not cored or coring, so that's okay-ish. Save Yerevan, please. Again, I know you have, like, no forces, but do your best. Jeez, how are they meant to do their best? There are you. You save Trebizond for now. Before we get Trebizond. How's the rebel? Oh, there's so many more to come. It's alright, though. I can't really raise stability to make things go easier for myself. But soon we'll be able to peace out the British, and that'll make things go spectacularly harder for myself. I demolished my fort on Brescia. Well, that makes this a bit unfortunate, but just throw some bodies at it. I'm sure they'll all die. They're only particularists. I have a spare 40 stack here. I needed to move in to be more useful around here. This guy still holds Iberia, but it's useful to have something of a wild card there. Why did this place rise up? Ah, yes, sentiment. Sure, walk through my lands all you want. Someone has to. Let's take this land back while we can. You guys who are jiving, just go over here and keep an eye on the discount Balkans. Cannoneer for Klimpy, that's useful to a degree. Oh, it's also useful that they're moving in for the kill here. Take that fight and then hang over here and watch over Trebizond. Trebizond should be able to hold. God, at this point we're just propping people onto sticks and holding them in front of the cannons. I'd be in a very bad state to be attacked right now, but I'm quite confident I won't be attacked right now. Take them out en route. Don't forget to check Southeast Asia. Yeah, I can see some red on the map there. They're working on Pegu. I'll crush that. And then get some of this back. Hey, welcome Khmer. Thanks for dealing with my rebs. Don't know why they are. Khmer. Well, I got Mong Huang still as a subject. Why I have Khmer, I do not know. I kind of need manpower now, my friend. Mong Huang. What a tributary. Punch manpower from the nobles. I'd like to just punch the nobles in general. I have ways of getting more manpower, but we're in a tough state here. There we go. Then we can get. That's nice. That'll keep us flowing. There are a few minor inconveniences for my country. Diddly-doo. Alright, it's gutsy, but we gotta take these fights. You're gonna help them out as well. At least you guys are pretty fresh. Too fresh, one could even say. God, there's so much to fight against here. At least the forts will get these back in our control. Yeah, just take the fight straight to Trebizond. I need to take out the Mushashans as well. You guys deal with the Mushashans. You shouldn't need leadership for it. You guys hold on to Egyptus. Where just rose up this time. Surprised Britain didn't rise up, but I guess I've already had their revolts. Yeah. No, really, where just rose up? I didn't notice. Ah, of course, Southeast Asia is not yet done with me. Astrachanes, we took you. You're like the first place we annexed. I remember it now. Let's have a quick glance at it. A fairly aggressive start for Prome. Actually, we had a very aggressive start. And the Astrachanes were our first casualties. Alright. Ruthless Goose, stand in Prostia. Wait for them to come to you. Keep those cores grooving. I don't like that odd. Got anyone you can spare here? I'm thinking the new guy that we just got off the estates would be handy. Rush on in.
try minting more coins while you're at it as well, please. Who knows, it might work. Right, get in there. I don't like any of these sieges going. Jings, even the Bretons. Alright, Hadamir, over here. Should be able to take them on, no harm, no fuss. Okay, we got Trebizond back. Let's not have these rebel occupations getting in our way either. I think the colour was the definite perk of the campaign. Oh yeah, looks good. Looks like we've drowned Europe in a sea of blood. Alright, I'm very close to getting my peace with the British, and I can still get a lot more war score out of them. Keep those cores rolling in. It's taking... God, look at that ramp up there. It's kind of cool. Surprised they aren't coming to me, then I'll come to them. Bretons, I do so much for them, and this is how they repay me. I guess I don't have any particularly special feelings for Brittany, but my old housemate did. He loved them to bits. Brittany and Wallachia were his two favourite nations, so I guess some of that rubbed off on me. Okay, I think things are borderline calm right now. Ah, yeah, okay. Again on Yerevan. You know what, Yerevan can hold. Take down the ones in Van first. Population of Europe in about 1700 was 127 million people according to Google. How many have you killed so far in this campaign? Well, I mean, they're not all being killed, right? Some of them are simply being horribly maimed. Good, those cores need to roll in. Need to get overextension down below 200, at least at 200 it doubles the rate of rebels rising up. Bern, I knew I had you guys stationed here for a reason. Labourd should be able to hold on to that. So I just need to station you there and it's all good. It's not actively coring either, so no problems on that front. I got a couple here that I'm... Why can't I do upper what's its... Ah, because the British have cores on it. Speaking of the British, soon. Ooh. This guy, an inventor and entrepreneur from Trent. Yeah, he certainly sounds like he's from Trent. He's come up with a new type of coke for production of cast iron by making use of coal instead of charcoal. The production of iron has increased greatly, allowing us to supply the market with larger coal. I do like cheap iron. Cheap irons. Okay, we finally did it. We've stabilized our nation. There are only a few lackluster remnants of the rebel army that remains. Those who can still draw breath, as Caesar 3 Caesar would say. The empire is stabilized. Which is more... The empire is finalized. There we go. It took a while. But we have completed our task. We have our awesome PRoman borders. There is nothing left on my to conquer list here. We have gathered... Well, actually, let's do a bit of a comparison. Where is it? Where are you? Yeah! How much can I make mine look like that? How much can I make it look like that? I think that's pretty good. I think that is pretty freaking good. Whew. Okay, I am happy with that. We have managed to do what we set out to do. There's just one little button that I have to press, and I feel like it would be a bit of a waste to press it. So I'm going to make my save first, and I'm going to save again because I'm kind of like that. Right, before we go through the history of this run, do people want to see anything? Any provinces or ledgers or map modes and stuff before we put a fork in this? Because I know people would say, oh, but now you should make client states out of Germania, or conquer Russia, or conquer the world, right? We set a goal, we get the goal, and we move on. That's how I far prefer to do things than just grinding a campaign into the ground. I find it more enjoyable to do a variety of campaigns and focus on making one of them the uber max that it can be. I love little independent Nuremberg. Yes, well, the glory of their area kept them safe from me. I was only interested in full areas in this. Can you show me the achievements earned in this run? Sure, I achieved nothing. Oh? No, I got all your trade or belong to us. How did I not have that before? There are plenty of achievements that are like, how did I not have that before? I wonder if forming Italy is an achievement. If it is, I don't have that. Here we go. Restore the Roman Empire, own the entire Mediterranean and Black Sea coast. Well, I don't have the Black Sea, and I'm not about to do that. I'm not an achievement whore for this game anyway. Yeah, that's all I got. I could probably get foul-mouthed by now just by throwing my diplomats at it. And I do have the prestige for it. I wonder if it counts if you have a truce with them. Sometimes it doesn't. If I do it once, will it show 1 out of 10? It will. Alright, well. Step on that gas. Goodbye, prestige. Here he is saying he's not an achievement whore, but don't mind me, I'm just grabbing all these achievements. Brunswick. And Bohemia. And Nassau. Oh, we've already dealt with Nassau apparently. Or maybe I already sent it to them. There you go. Who else do I border? The Lithuanians. You could have at least tried to put up a fight for Constantinople, but you did not. And the Mamluks. And whatever this place is, Makuria. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No, we're celebrating with some rebels. 2 more and we're good to go. Who's really caused... Tabriz caused me an unsettling amount of trouble. It's a shame I don't border Dali. I'd send them one. I also have no diplomats free. I just need a couple more. There we go. There you go, Tabriz. And we'll send one to Russia as well. No map can be a work of art as long as your nation is on it. The blood, yeah. Oh, we had a lot of nasty things to say, but that gets us foul-mouthed. Chop, chop. It would be trivial to get industrial powerhouse to the point where I'm wondering why I don't have that right now. Maybe I'll fire up the game in my own time just to chug through some achievements with this save. After saying I'm not an achievement whore, right? Don't forget to talk about the next run. Alright, let's have some finality. Going into this, people don't seem to be asking for particular map modes or ledger things at all. Actually, people will probably want to know about this if I don't do it already, but people love to know how many people died in a campaign. PRoman by far lost the most units here, and again, we didn't use mercenaries in this campaign. Unless I did at the very start and forgot, but I'm quite certain I did not. And we lost the guts of 5 million good PRoman men. What a shame. That said, though, this was pretty good. Statistics help me out here. You played as PRoman. Your longest running ruler was Elkhorn I, who guided the nation for 54 years. 114 of our wars ended in glorious victory, 4 wars ended in disgraceful defeat. Each year saw about 788 enemy combatants fall to our fire and steel. That can't be right. 788 a year. Something seems off there. Each year saw the loss of about negative 5,000 units. Okay, game. What are you on? Each year, about 1 enemy ship fell to our broadside. That makes sense. I didn't fight on the seas a lot. And yeah, we didn't even lose a ship per year on average. We wiped 34 nations from the face of the earth. Our great nation annexed 617 provinces. 64 provinces were unjustly stolen from us. It's probably counting releasing vassals there. 144 military leaders served us throughout history. No way. No, I think some of these numbers are on steroids. That said, legend along legends was Amarylon 4664. Our state religion is Protestant. Grandest province is Proma with 50 development. 0 disasters rocked our nation. Yeah. We managed to stave off. Civil war for a heck of a long time. More generals than wars. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, let's do it. Let's push the button, so to speak. I love this prom, but welcome, Roman Empire. What are even the ideas and stuff? SPQR and all that. Unrest reduction, diplo, stability cost, infantry combatability and force limit, production tax, core creation cost. Good ideas and all, but I like to think that the Burmese ideas had more soul to them. Never to mind those 3 million rebels. Yeah, never mind them. They weren't a disaster. They were simply a side distraction. Okay, that is the end of PRoman Empire. I loved this campaign. I hope you enjoyed it too, but it doesn't really matter because I had a great time. We had a goal, we set out, we did it, and as predicted, the finale was tonight. What will the next campaign be? Well, I put it up to vote, as in I will put it up to vote. One of them will be the Big Blue Bloc, playing as Montenegro and re-establishing the Soviet Union, satellite states et al. And I want to put that up against 2 other campaigns, but truth be told, I haven't really put time into thinking what possible campaigns there are to run, so I actually throw the floor open to you, the people. Send me a message if you have an idea for a campaign, and if I like it, I will put it up to a vote. And we will run with that campaign. There's various ways to contact me. I'm never bothered about being contacted. You could... The best way is to ping me on Discord, but there are various other ways to send me messages. You're clever people. I'm sure you'll figure it out. If you post it in the Twitch chat here, though, it's going to be lost to the ephemeral nature of IRC. Okay, cheers for joining. We will be back tomorrow with DDR and more of the Banner Saga, I think. But on Friday, we've got a preview stream of Frostpunk's new expansion, The Last Autumn. I'm positively giddy about that. Alright, cheers, and until said streams, you know it, it's cheerio.